Hey guys, welcome back. We are still in chapter 2 and we are talking about a conscious attitude. There are some people who are aware of this. More state governments need to follow the lead of North Carolina's former governor, James Hunt, who wisely pushed for funding for a program called Smart Start, in which parents, teachers, doctors, nurses, and others involved in caring for children work together to ensure the best environment for children under age 6. In a Times article about the quote-unquote daycare dilemma, James Collins extols the Smart Start program in North Carolina, where many counties are providing subsidies to new parents so the mothers can stay home for the first year of their infant's life. By adding hard science to the arguments of social scientists, Governor Hunt hoped to be able to add to the funding of this program. And now that he is no longer governor, we can only hope that this very important program will continue to be funded. He reminds us that the revolutionary aspect of the new sciences as they inform us about the sensitivity of babies' brains to their early experiences, especially during the first year of life, he says. He says now that we can measure it and prove it, and if it can be made known widely so people understand this, then they'll understand why their schools aren't going to work for them. Their technical training isn't going to work. Other things we do later on aren't going to work fully unless we do this part right and do this at the appropriate time. Collins in 1997. Other states are trying to find ways to help educate parents in their parenting skills, rather than taking the children away and paying someone else to rear them. It has never made any sense to me that states spend thousands of dollars paying foster parents to take care of other people's children, yet balk at paying for programs which teach the real parents how to parent their own children. This has always sounded punitive to me. At last, science may show that it is punitive to the children as well as the parents. Lewis et al. Comment, our society overlooks the drain on emotional balance that results from severing attachment. We cannot keep handling children around willy-nilly as if they are not affected by the insensitive process. Their limbic systems won't be able to handle it. Okay, that is the end of that piece of the chapter. So that was done in 1977. So it's been almost 50 years, right? Just under. And we're still having the same issues. While there have been some improvements in some states and advances in, say, maternity leave, or there have been times where there are subsidies for daycare, right? We're still having huge issues, and especially when it comes to foster care, which, just to give my warning, this is not my forte. This is just from what I've heard and researched. So please keep that in mind when you go look up what I'm going to refer to. Most often, when a child is removed from the home, right? And I know it just also depends on state by state, but most often it is not because of physical or emotional neglect necessarily. Now, in those cases, it gets complicated. Absolutely, the child should be removed if there's physical abuse and neglect. We do want safe homes, absolutely. But not only are the parents meant to take parenting classes, they're paying child support to the foster parent on top of paying extra funds. These parents are often in low poverty situations already dealing with financial issues, things that are not in their control and they're trying to do their best. Now, I'm not going to say that, if there's physical abuse, that shouldn't happen, right? But to relieve some of that stress would be helpful, right? To help families get the food that they need, right? To help with therapy costs, for example. There needs to be so much more. Just my 2 cents, and this isn't just for in these foster situations. This goes beyond, but it really should start there. Unfortunately, also in a lot of these cases, they don't actually look for the family member and or friend that could temporarily take the child in. They often go straight to a foster parent. And there, like I said, there's just a lot of complexities, and it usually revolves around the poverty line situation. So, not always, but often. Yeah. So, anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next part of this chapter.